So for this part, I am using a combination of colors. Remember, it doesn't matter the thickness as long as all clay is at the same thickness and you use the same cutter. So my first mix is 1 part alizarin crimson, 1 part bronze, and 2 parts translucent. Second is white pearl, 18 karat gold, and 2 parts translucent. Third is 1 part graphite pearl, 1 part translucent, and then separately I have 4 parts translucent. This is all Premo. Now, I am dividing this part. Unfortunately, there will be a third part for the part 5 because the third part is a little bit more complicated and I didn't want to cram it into just one video. So as you see, I have placed, everything is at the thinnest setting. I have placed some gold leaf on half of the translucent, and then I'm cutting strips. I'm placing together the alizarin crimson and gold mix, and then I will be placing one sheet of translucent on top of the sheet of translucent with gold leaf on it. So the gold leaf is sandwiched between 2 sheets of translucent. Now I will be placing, watch carefully how I'm placing the gold over the alizarin crimson, then again alizarin crimson, then graphite pearl, then the second gold sheet, again alizarin crimson, graphite pearl. Sorry, I placed first the gold and then alizarin crimson and graphite pearl, then more alizarin crimson separately and gold. And now I will be just flattening that until I reduce it to half the thickness. So you can measure the stack when you start and stop whenever you reach half the thickness of the initial stack. Then you cut it in two and you stack it. And at this point you can trim it. And then you know what I usually do, I get the trims and I mash them together and I use them as the bottom buffer for my Mokume Gane stack. And I'm taking the leftovers of graphite pearl and alizarin crimson mix. And then I will place my whole stack on the mashed remnants, trim it nicely, and then start flattening it again with the same thing. I'm flattening it until I get it this time to 1/3 of the thickness. Then I will be using this flower cutter, the push cutter, and I'm using 2 sizes, the largest and the smallest. It's a little hard to push in for my hands, so you see me, I'm kind of struggling a little bit with it. But if you don't have one of these, try and find something that will have a lot of motion in it. So not just a circle or an oval, something that has some wavy lines. And you see now I'm using the smallest one and kind of cover whatever areas are not covered. After which I will push it together a little bit, not too much this time, because I want to keep the flower shapes. After which I will start slicing the stack. And even if I'm getting in the beginning a little bit thicker slices, I will go back and thin them out. You can slice them thin to start with, but me with my hands, you know my issues. And because it contains a lot of pearlescence, we will not be able to see the whole beauty of it until it is baked and varnished, of course. But you will see it gives a lot of 3D effect. And because of the color combination, the graphite pearl will take a slight bluish. I mean, it doesn't take a bluish tinge, but being next to that alizarin crimson and to the 18 karat gold mix, it will look a little bit bluish. Now, will this one matter what background is it on? No, because there will not really be any really translucent parts. And I will actually show you, I will make two bracelets, one on a white background and one on a black background, and you'll see that there is no real difference between them. But you can see how pretty the Mokume Gane already looks. And you can do the same with other colors. The idea here is, as you can see, I'm using the same color combination on the color wheel. Remember, with choose something that would be on the triangle and then move one to the left or to the right. And then one of the ultimate shades or ultimate tints, only that here I replaced the black with graphite pearl. And of the two colors, I chose to have dominant the alizarin crimson. And that is actually why I switched the black to graphite pearl, so the black will not overpower the reddish. But generally speaking, the alizarin crimson mixed with bronze will give you a very nice reddish pearlescent. I have placed some of my stropel cane for the back of the bracelet, and now I am puzzling the Mokume Gane for the front. You see that I have placed it on black. And then I am doing just a plain cuff. You know, I have these shapes. I'm not doing it on the easy cuffs because I only have one easy cuffs, and I want to do two at a time. And I have two bangles like this, metal bangles to bake on. So if you want to see the detailed process on seeing this, I'm going to link my easy cuff reviews, easy cuffs review, because there you can see exactly how to do a bangle on a metal, any other metal that's not the easy cuffs. This one is on white clay, and I have just made some stripes out of all the remnants and sprinkled some glitter in there for the back. And I am doing the same thing as I did with the first bangle, making sure that I smooth the edges and it's nicely trimmed, after which I will of course bake it and then varnish it with some liquid Kato clay. And there we go, it is ready. So I'm going to bake both of them and then use a heat gun with some liquid Kato. And you can see all the details and the beauty and how beautiful the 3D is in all this. Happy claying!